Do you ever wish you could manifest with ease just like some people do? I mean, it just seems so easy for some people to just say, oh, I created this, or oh, I thought of that. And you're just buried in vision boards that are all duds and nothing happened. Well, today I want to teach you how to manifest with ease. Hi, I'm Sonia Choquette. Welcome to my channel. I am so excited you're here. And stay tuned if this is your first time or if you watch regular to the end, because I have a special surprise for you at the end. Today we're going to talk about manifesting with ease. Now, manifesting with ease happens when you understand the manifestation process. It's not random. It's not for the lucky ones. You don't have to be special. It's actually very organized, very consistent, very laid out, and it's this beautiful choreographed dance of 9 steps, 9 decisions, 9 actions, 9 behaviors that one builds upon the other and begins to bring your whole energetic field into alignment. It's your head, your words, your emotions, your heart, your gut, your hips, your knees, your feet. We're all moving in one direction. And when that all aligns, which is the 9 steps, makes that happen, bam, energy is released and it comes back in successful manifestation. So it's a skill. And it's a learnable skill. And the most important step is the first one. That's what I want to talk about today. Step number 1 begins with clear focus. In other words, very simply, what do you want to create? Now, it's the hardest thing to come up with. I've been teaching your heart's desire for over 45 years. People who know what they want to create succeed. People who are vague and wishy-washy and uncertain and have resistance don't. It is that simple. It's not that one group is special and the other isn't. It's just that one person is very clear and has no resistance and another is all over the map. So I want to give you an example today. Actually, this was a couple days ago. I'm going to give you a couple days ago, I was with friends and we went out to lunch at a restaurant. There was 6 of us. Very busy restaurant. We had to wait a while for the waiter to show up. We had plenty of time to look at our menus. And then finally the waiter shows up and says, "Are you ready?" And we were all ready. Everybody knew what they wanted, or so I thought. First person, I want this. Second, third, fourth. We get to the last guy and he's like, I don't know what I want. And we're like, you're kidding. What do you mean you don't know? Well, should I have soup? The restaurant's busy. The waiter's ready to bring us whatever. And he didn't know. I don't know. Finally, he said, I don't know what I want. You order for me. So his wife ordered for him. Now, here's what happened. He got his lunch and he hated it. He complained about it. I don't like this. But it's like, hey, you didn't pick. You didn't focus. You didn't choose. And when you don't choose, you get what the universe dishes up. You know, you don't get to complain because you had your chance to get exactly what you wanted. So this is where it brings back. Do you know exactly what you want? Do you know? Most people don't. I've been teaching for a long time. And what I've discovered is, for a lot of reasons, most people don't, but the biggest reason is we've been taught, don't ask for what you want because you're not going to get it, so why bother? So let's understand it's a skill you have to develop. Now, I'm going to give you a little support. A lot of people start with what I don't want. That's what I wanted to mention earlier. I had a client today who asked me the question, Sonia, why can't I manifest? What is in my way of manifesting a good relationship? And I said, well, you don't know what you want. She said, well, I sure know what I don't want. And isn't that the case for most of us? I don't want an alcoholic. I don't want a married man. I don't want a guy younger than me. I don't want someone who's broke. I don't want a whiner. I don't want someone who's got debt. I don't want a manipulator. I don't want someone who has no purpose in life. You know, okay, a lot. But I said, what do you want? And she was blank. I don't know. And I said, well, until you know what you do want, you're not going to manifest anything. You've got roadblocks up all around you. I don't want this. I don't want this. Okay, the universe is like, got the memo. But what do you want? Because that is not what the universe's job is. That's what your job is, because manifesting is this. The universe is a mirror. It will reflect and give back to you what you ask for. So think about what you don't want. I don't want an alcoholic. Okay, so I want someone who is sober. Start there. I don't want a gambler. Well, I want someone who's fiscally responsible. Well, I don't want a loser. Well, I want someone who has a work ethic and is responsible and actually enjoys his job. I don't want someone stingy. Well, I like someone who's generous of heart and spirit and even of the wallet when it comes to it and is willing to share and be open. I don't want someone who's old and negative. Well, I like somebody who's healthy and vital and respects his body and takes care of his health and has a good sense of love and life. Do you see what I mean? So write down on one side of a piece of paper everything you don't want and then write down the alternative. That helps with your focus. The other thing that helps with your focus is, what do you want now? Because when we ask, what do I want? A lot of people, it's sort of like Genie's 3 wishes with Aladdin's lamp. It's like, oh, I have 3 wishes. I don't want to blow it. It's like, well, you don't have 3 wishes. You can create whatever you want, but one at a time. So what do you want now? Think about what's missing in my life that I would really love. Maybe, and here's the other thing. Think experiences instead of things. For example, I'd really love to get to work in an easier way. That could mean a new car. It could mean that I get into a carpool. It could mean that I take up bike riding, but I just love to get from A to B in an easier way. And then you start to feel what you want. You start to think of the experience of what you want. I want to be around people who make me laugh. I want to go to work and be excited in the morning. I want to feel like what I do matters. Those are experiences. They're not like I want a job and I want it to be in this department or that. Start with experiences. So write down the experiences that you would like now. And we'll go back to the default mode. What experiences are you having now that you don't want? What is the alternative? Like, I'm having the experience of being very exhausted. So what I want to create is a life that's less draining. I'm having the experience of a lot of backaches. So what I'd like is to create the experience that I feel flexible and comfortable in my body. I'm having the experience of having a lot of fights with the significant other of my life. I'd like to create a harmonious relationship either with the person I'm with or with the person who's right for me. Then you check the vibration. Is there any resistance? Now, this is interesting because a lot of people say, why would I resist what it is I really want? Well, there's a reason. Because it invites change, and change is disruptive. So when you create something new, you are inviting a disruption, albeit a positive one, in your life. So a lot of people are really comfortable. It's like one woman said, better the devil you know than the one you don't. And I said, well, you're projecting that anything new coming in is going to be a negative, disturbing experience. And she said, I never thought about that because I say that all the time. And I said, well, you want a beautiful experience that's reassuring and uplifting, and you need to focus on that. So what kind of experiences are those? So you can just spend a little bit of time just on this principle. And if you get principle number 1, clear and focused with no resistance, then you set free an enormous force that is unstoppable. And it will go through the remaining 8 steps, one to the other. And if it is a true heart's desire, if it is coming from your heart and you have no resistance, and you are really available to having this experience, then you will naturally flow through the remaining 8 steps. The best thing about it, it's like this beautiful, organized, predictable, creative dance that will bring you results every time. So here's the surprise I wanted to share with you. I have a fantastic course on the 9 principles of creating your heart's desire. It was voted one of the best courses by Women's Magazine ever for manifestation because it's so practical and grounded. So if you want to learn more about these principles and learn how to be a master manifester with ease, instead of someone frustrated and buried in vision boards that never come to fruition, then click the link below and discover all about this, because once you learn to manifest the first time, every miracle that you want to manifest becomes easy, and it gets easier and easier and easier. I promise. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this. I want you to manifest your heart's desire, so click the link below. All my love.